Okay, today we're going to be changing a Statim 2000 gasket. It's also the same as a Statim 5000 other than the size. So same procedure. One of the trickiest parts is just getting the old gasket out. If you have a new one handy, you don't have to be too careful about how you do that. Any pointy instrument will do. So I'm going to start with the Statim tray facing me with these two holes to my left side. The trick is to have some thick, heavy-duty soap as a lubricant. To also have the holes ready to point towards me, and then get this just as slick as possible. You really can't use too much soap here. You want it to be very slimy. So, there are little nubs on the gasket which correlate to these corners here of the cassette. So you start with the corner closest to you, and as you push it in, you'll kind of push the gasket so that you at least start off with those two nubs in place. You'll then go to the opposite corner here on the same side and follow that same procedure, giving a pinch at the end. Now, you're going to want to place your finger on here and run this across, but don't do it, because the most important part is making sure that these little rectangles fall into their holes on this part of the cassette. This is why you start with this corner first, because if you need to, you can push the gasket as you run your fingers along here into position. So it should really fit smoothly with no strain, so that the circles are perfectly concentric. And at that point you can just push your fingers on the gasket, make sure that corner is done. Then you'll go to each of the other corners using the nubs as guidelines again. And if the cassette is very slimy, it'll be very easy to do. Just tuck it up under the lip. Once all the corners are tucked in, again, do not run your finger across there. Try to do it all at once and just pinch straight in so that the gasket falls into its place. Pinch, pinch, pinch. And then after you've kind of got them tacked into place, you can run your fingers along there. So tack, tack, tack. Very slimy gasket makes it easy. Then there's a little lip in here just underneath. The very last step should be to just run your finger all the way around, and that will ensure that the gasket is properly seated. At the very end, you'll want to look at the cassette tray again and just make sure that there's no strain on those holes. Thank you very much.